Suffer from worsening economic conditions that are made worse by the continued rise of coronavirus cases.
The Gaza Strip is now in its 10th day of a state of emergency, while the Ministry of Interior announced the tightening of measures and a full curfew in all areas of the Strip. Our correspondent in Gaza, Yumna Al-Sayed, has more in this report. Stay tuned.
With the announcement of the outbreak of the coronavirus map and discovery of infections in Jabalia camp in the northern Gaza Strip, which is one of the most dense refugee camps, in addition to the classification of Shati camp among the most endemic areas, existential danger threatens these residents of the camps, which suffer poverty, unemployment, and overcrowding in an environment that lacks health services that can deal with a pandemic that requires social distancing and prevention by providing personal hygiene supplies, which have been difficult to implement in the besieged Strip for more than 14 years.
The areas with the most population density are the ones we suffer from, due to our attempt to preserve the safety of the citizens in them, and therefore we have separated all the governorates and prevented the entry and the exit of the people from them, in addition to dividing neighborhoods into small closed plots and squares, so we can take control of the speed of the pandemic outbreak in them, due to their overpopulation and tightness.
Meanwhile, the 10th day of the declaration of the state of emergency in Gaza recorded the highest rate of infections since the beginning of the crisis, as the Ministry of Health announced the infection of 98 new cases at a time when the Ministry of Interior announced the tightening of measures, procedures, and a full curfew, in addition to the complete closure of all areas of the Strip.
The increase in casualties inside the Gaza Strip confirms the curve of the outbreak of the pandemic is progressing at an increasing pace. The health components in Gaza Strip are depleted and limited, and therefore we require all concerned parties to take concrete steps towards doubling the urgent needs in the health sector, with regards to medicine, medical supplies, laboratory supplies, blood banks, as well as laboratory swabs.
The seriousness of the economic conditions of camp residents in light of the high rates of poverty and unemployment that exceeds 80%, especially with a large number of daily workers, is a matter that requires the formation of committees to enumerate those affected and provide them with immediate and emergent assistance.
COVID-19 exacerbates the suffering of 2 million refugees in the Gaza Strip, with serious repercussions of the upcoming period. For KTV2, this is Yumna Sayed, Gaza, Palestine.